Uncharted. Marinus and crew are truly salted sailors, with the Whitbread, Fastnet, and Sydney Hobart under their belt. Passing the Southern Ocean, cruising the Arctics alike, this is their story in modern time, in search of a new destination. We wanted kicks, the kind of melodramatic thrills and chills we'd yearned for since childhood, the kind of adventure we'd found as a little boy in the pages of Tintin comic books. Paulus arrive in true style on the roof of the peninsula, giving us a great view over Hong Kong Island and Kowloon. With below the Star Ferry, we will need to take to Hong Kong Island and then a short walk toward Jardangan. The Hong Kong Corinthian Sailing Club held in October 1893 a resolution was passed that application should be made to the Admiralty for permission to call the club the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club and to fly the blue ensign with a distinctive mark on the flag. A warrant was granted by the Lords of the Admiralty on 15th of May 1894. Early members were British only with military personnel on the board. Until the 1950s membership was exclusively reserved for Europeans. Paulus and the other get into an old times conversation.
Hey Hendrik, was glad you could make it for supper. Care for a drink?
How are you doing, Hendrikus?
I am fine. May I invite you to a crepe Suzette?
Great, so let me open another bottle of rum. Do not forget, guys, we need to catch the ferry later.
We were here last time back in 1992, or was it 1997?
That was 1999, remember? I was doing the Macau Grand Prix.
Let's get this show on the road before we miss the ferry. We would not like to be too late for the woman's market.
That was 1999. We just opened on the other side. The Macau people were pushing me to join the race. It was sure one to remember.
Before the steam ferry service was first established, people would cross the harbour in sampans. In 1870, a man named Grant Smith brought a twin-screw wooden-hulled boat from England and started running it across the harbour at irregular intervals. In July 1873, an attempt was made to run steam ferries between Hong Kong and Kowloon. This was stopped at the request of the British consul in Canton, who feared it would enable visits to gambling houses in Kowloon. It is thought that a service to the public was established in the mid to late 1870s, after the cession of Kowloon to the British in 1860. The company was founded by Parsi merchant Doraji Nayoraji Mithaiwala as the Kowloon Ferry Company in 1888. Nayoraji bought Smith's boat, and later acquired the steam vessels Morning Star and Evening Star from a Mr. Buxu. The popularity of this means of transport enabled him to increase his fleet to 4 vessels within 10 years, the Morning Star, Evening Star, Rising Star, and Guiding Star. Each boat had a capacity of 100 passengers, and the boats averaged 147 crossings each day. He incorporated the business into the Star Ferry Company in 1898, prior to his retirement to India. The company name was inspired by his love of Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem Crossing the Bar, of which the first line reads Sunset and Evening Star, and one clear call for me. At the time regular service was initiated, ships were moored by having a sailor on the vessel toss the rope to another on the pier, who would then catch it with a long bill hook. This is still done today. Before we go, we leave you with some thoughts. It's an irritating reality that many places and events defy description. Wanchai and Machu Picchu, for instance, seem to demand silence, like a love affair you can never talk about. For a while after, you fumble for words, trying vainly to assemble a private narrative, an explanation, a comfortable way to frame where you've been and what's happened. In the end, you're just happy you were there, with your eyes open, and lived to see it. We are traveling in the search for our destination, which will take us to places uncharted. Do we really want to travel in hermetically sealed plastic vessels through the rural provinces in search of utopia of France Atlantic, the Caribbean, Panama, the Southern Ocean, the Far Eastern Pacific? And to endure cold of the Arctics, or just eating only in hard rock cafes and McDonald's? Or do we want to eat and travel without fear, tearing into the local stew? The humble taqueria's mystery meat? The sincerely offered gift of a lightly grilled fish head? We know what we want. We want it all. We want to try everything once. Travel isn't always pretty. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts, it even breaks your heart. But that's okay. The journey changes you. It should change you. It leaves marks on your memory, on your consciousness, on your heart, and on your body. You take something with you. And hopefully, you leave something good behind. A story from and by Marinus and his crew traveling to places uncommonly not visited by the cruising communities. Follow us and subscribe.